Hello everyone, I'm Faiza and today I'll be discussing the topic bubble sort along with its assembly level program implementation. Now what is bubble sort? Bubble sort is an algorithm which compares adjacent elements of an array and swaps them repeatedly till the entire list is sorted. This passing procedure is repeated until no swaps are required, which indicates that the list is sorted. It gets its name because smaller elements bubble towards the top of the list. Okay, now we have the assembly level program for bubble sort. As you can see, the program is divided into two bits, data segment and code segment. In data segment, we have org0h, which means that the memory location of our inputs is 0h. We have three inputs here of type DW, which is defined word. That means the inputs have been allocated 16 bits. There are three inputs, therefore we have count is equals to 3. Data ends, code segment starts, assume CSS code, DS is data. Here we'll see the working of bubble sort more properly. Now move AX comma data. So this is the starting address of the data segment is stored in AX. Then move DS comma AX. The value of AX will be, see, the count will be 3. So the value of AX will be 00 because it is the starting address of the data segment. Then move DS comma AX. So DS will also be 00. Move DX comma count minus 1. Count is 3. 3 minus 1 will be 2. 2 is stored in DX. So count minus 1, move DX comma count minus 1. So count is 3. So 3 minus 1 will be 2. 2 will be stored in DX. Again 0, move CX comma DX. So value of DX will be stored in CX. So CX is equals to 2. Then move SI comma offset list. The address of the starting segment is stored in the source index. Okay. Then we have again one, move AX comma SI. Compare AX comma SI plus 2. JLP1 exchange SI plus contents of SI plus 2 comma AX, exchange SI comma AX. Here we'll see it in detail. So again 0, we have CX comma DX. Move SI offset list. Okay, first pass, in the first pass SI will be 0 0. Then again one, move AX comma SI. So in the contents of AX is 30H. Compare AX comma SI plus 2. SI plus 2 is, the contents of SI plus 2 is 20H. So comparing the contents of AX and SI plus 2, we can see that AX is, the contents of AX are greater than the contents of SI plus 2. So swapping takes place. Here we have ignored this line JLP1, which is jump if less than P1. So we have exchanged the values of the contents of SI plus 2 and AX and SI and AX. So in this is the first pass. So this is the first count. Count has been decremented here. Now in this way, after the first pass, that is count 1, in this way the elements will be stored. See, 30 and 20 have been exchanged, 20 and 30 have been exchanged, and 10 remains in its same position. Now after that, P1 add SI comma 2. In the second pass, we have SI is 02 because we have added or incremented SI. Okay, loop again 1. We have the same procedure over here. AX is in the place, in the second position, AX is 30. And then after incrementing the source index, its content is 10. So since the value of AX is greater than the contents of SI plus 2, the values have been exchanged again, and after, at the end of the second pass, that is the 0th count, since we have decremented the value of DX, so the count has become 0. So the values stored will be in this form, 0, and then 20 will remain the same, 30 and 10 will be exchanged in this way. So here, after decrementing dx, now the value of dx has become 0. So we can j and z jump if not 0. So the count is 0. So we will stop the program here, and then this is these, and for the last 4 lines are the terminating statement. Now here we have another example having inputs 80h, 50h, 70h, 20h and 40h. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 inputs, so the count will be 4. Count minus 1 has become 4, so there will be 4 passes. Now the first pass, in the first pass SI will be 0, 80, AX is equals to 80, SI plus 2 is 50h. Since 80 is greater than 50, the elements will be swapped. So at the third count, which is the first pass, the elements will be the contents will be stored like this. 50 and 80 get swapped, and the remaining contents are in their same original positions. Now in the second pass, which is the second count, Si will be incremented by 2. So in the second position Ax is 80, and then after incrementing it, the in Si plus 2 means 2 plus 2 4. In the fourth position 70 is there. 80 is greater than 70, hence the contents will be swapped. So 50 will remain in its original position, 70 and 80 will get swapped, and the other contents will also remain in their original positions. Third pass, Si is equal to 4 because we have incremented Si. Then Ax will be 80H again. In the fourth position, as in Si, the value of Ax is 80. Si plus 2, 4 plus 2 is in the sixth position, the value is 20. 80 is greater than 20, so the values are swapped again. So at the end of third pass, that is in the count is equal to 1. Since dx is getting decremented, now the count is equal to 1. The elements are stored in this way. 50 is in its original position, 70 is in its original position, 20 and 80 are swapped over here, and 40 is also in its original position. After the third pass, in the fourth pass, we have Si will be equal to 6, Ax is equal to 80. In the sixth position, 80 is there. Si plus 2 is equal to 40. In the after 6, 7, 8, in the eighth position, 40 is there. 80 is greater than 40 there. Therefore, the elements are swapped, and the count 0. Count is equals to 0 now. So the loop will finish. The loop will end over here. The values that have not been swapped will obviously remain the same, and 40 and 80 will get swapped. This is how bubble sort works. Now let us see the assembly level program implementation for bubble sort. Now I have put some commands, initial commands. After that, I'm going to edit file name.asm. So in this way, we have to enter the program bsort.asm. I've named the program like that. Now let us run it. Exit. Then we have to put masm bsort.asm semicolon. I have 0 warnings and 0 errors. Now let us link the object file of my program. Now we have another warning, no stack segment. Okay, now let us debug our exe file, then put u. Now I'll get the following screen. Okay, and then after that, let us do. Now after that, I will put g is equals to 0 space 21. Okay, so I'll get the following output. After that, let us properly see how the list is sorted. So d space ds is equal to 0. So in the topmost first line, and at the 000 address, we have 10, 20 and 30. They are arranged in the ascending order. So this is how we are going to this is how bubble sort works, and this is how we can implement it in the assembly level language.